What's going on, my ladies and gentlefish? This is a Gold Silver Crystal, Pokemon Crystal, OU TGB Dual Wi-Fi battle, Borderline battle versus Mawagi. I've never played Borderline Tier in my life, so I just brought some stuff. This is going to be my Trace Memory team, so let's get right into it. I'm going to lead here with Robert, as he's going to lead with Alakazam. I'm figuring Alakazam is very special oriented and can deal a pretty good bit of damage, but I do have that wonderful polka dot bow which boosts my return by 20%, and you can see that Alakazam is not taking that anytime today. Now he sets up a Toxic, which leads me to wonder if he's like some kind of Toxic light screen recover stall deal. I see the recover there. I'm just going to go straight away for the heal bell, make him waste another turn, and kind of play around with if he wants to Toxic, I'll just keep returning. But he actually decides to recover back to full health from that point, which is perfectly cool by me. I can see the return is going to KO it's a two-shot no matter what, and that he's losing more damage than he's recovering. And I think he figures this out and goes into his Stamen, which is his Meganium. Now, considering Meganium would probably be his physical wall on his team, I am going to swap to my Meganium, predicting some kind of Leech Seed action, because Ashley can take everything from this Meganium, because my Meganium is actually a Swords Dance boosting Meganium. And I can pretty much Swords Dance and do the Loopity Law all day long, but he actually shows Light Screen, so it's his special wall. I haven't seen Dual Screens and I've seen Leech Seed, so the last two moves are kind of up in the air. So I'm going to go ahead and set up a Swords Dance, and he is going to withdraw into Hellboy, which is his Scizor. Just go straight for the Body Slam on the switch. Lucky para for me. And I feel pretty good about this. I'm kind of curious if it's going to be a Swords Dance booster, maybe a Toxic setup. Just going to go straight for the +2 Earthquake. It does a very nice chunk to Scizor, and it gets that lovely full para. I'm not really sure why I don't set up here, but I go straight to D, because D can take Toxic if he wants to go for Toxic. And he can take HP Bug. So, bar HP Ghost or some weird stuff, I feel pretty confident with D in here, even though Steel Wing would do a little bit. It gives me a chance to set up a sub as he wants to switch out into his Lusac. Now this is a very, very versatile Kingdra set. I've never seen one kind of like it. You guys are going to see it as we go through it. Remember, only a couple people can see D if you guys have played Trace Memory. Again, do not watch my game-based teams if you haven't played the game, because there's a lot of spoilers. Now, he's going to set up a substitute here, and I'm kind of thinking, okay, I've seen sub. What else is this thing going to do? Is he going to boost behind a sub? I'm really not figuring this out. And he's going to go straight for the Curse. And I was like, okay, so it's a Curse boosting Kingdra. Kingdra has the special defensive prowess, taking only Ice Beam and Thunderbolt not so well. It takes, and Dragon moves of course, but no one uses Outrage or Dragon Breath. So, finally I'm going to break it sub with a couple Thunderbolts, and he's going to continue to Curse up, which is perfectly cool by me, because I'm just going to continue Thunderbolting away behind the substitute. I feel very, very comfortable behind the substitute. And I think eventually he is going to figure out that he can't really touch me. And he's going to go straight to his Stamen again, which is fine because I can go for Hidden Power Ices behind the switch, because I'm that standard sub Thunderbolt HP Ice Giga Drain kind of thing to recover HP on the substitute. So, he's going to go straight for the HP Ice. I know he's going to go for the Light Screen, so it's definitely not going to do too very much after the Light Screen, but I still feel like it's a strong 4-hit. Now, I've seen Light Screen, I've seen a couple other moves. I'm thinking he's going to have Synthesis as well, but I'm not sure at this point. And he makes a great swap out to Typhlosion, predicting the HP Ice. That was a very good play on his part. Now, if I recall correctly, somehow under the sun, Typhlosion is faster than Haunter. Now, I haven't figured that one out yet, but I'm going to check some base stats after this battle. You guys can leave in the comments what you think. But I thought that Haunter was faster, which is fine. Just going to go straight for the T-Bolt, and I'm going to make a switch into Jessica, because Jessica, got caught over the bridge near the water, which is kind of where her name came from. And that 4 times resisted Fire Blast just does not do anything. I only take about 19 damage after the leftovers, and I'm just going to go straight for the Toxic. I'm not really sure what he's going to want to swap into. He goes into Boat because he's on a boat, and he figures Lapras is going to be able to handle Kingdra to an extent, but I actually am kind of a different set. I run the Octazooka Toxic combination with Haze, basically to lower accuracy and increase the poison damage and force it to stay in and try to set up an attack. And he's going to go for the Confuse Ray. Now, right here, I did debate in my head. I said, okay, I'm confused. I could switch out if I want. I could do some really, really cool things here, but I decided not to do any of those cool things, and I'm just going to try to fight the confusion, and I do get the Octazooka off, and this time I'm going to get an accuracy drop, so that is awesome. Looking at the damage from Ice Beam, it's a 5 to 6 hit KO bar leftovers, maybe 7. It might be about 6, 5. I'm going to go straight to Bill, but then I was like, well, Bill can't really take anything from this Lapras. But then I was like, well, Bill can set up on this Lapras. And as he scratches his tummy, I decided not to bring him in, and I thought I clicked my Ursaring, but I actually did indeed click the Ursaring, and Ursaring takes that Ice Beam, takes it okay. I feel okay with this. I'm a curse boosting set. I will have to say I was encouraged to start running a Rest Talk Ursaring after this battle, because this thing just hits like a freaking truck. Now, he's going to bring in his Hellboy, and that's fine. I'm just going to go straight for the return, and it does a pretty good chunk considering the Scizor is steel and pretty bulky HP-wise. And I'm just going to curse up, because I don't figure anything from Scizor. It's going to use a physical attack anyway, which he does indeed go for the Stab Steel Wing. Does a little bit. I was kind of surprised it did that much, but I have to remember the bulk of Pokemon in 2nd Gen. Just going to curse up once again, because I feel Ursaring can do a lot of work in this battle, and it actually does end up doing a good bit of work. I'm just going to take that Steel Wing rather nicely, go back to 209, and go straight for the EQ. I'm not sure if he knew if I had Earthquake, but I do. So I'm just going to go straight for the Earthquake here. It does do a very considerable amount to take the Scizor down. Another threat out of the way, don't have to deal with it. And Lusac is going to come up next. Now, I was kind of curious how this Lusac was set up, just to the fact that it swapped out against my Hunter, and it does indeed have the Haze, but I'm just going to go for the return, and it does an awesome amount of damage, even without the pluses, which tells me the +2 one probably would have KO'd it either way. So, just going to go for another return, and I see his physical move is return, so it's return, Haze, substitute, and curse, which in hindsight is good, but I'm not really sure as its effectiveness. Again, I haven't really tested Kingdra too much. And in comes Alakazam again. Now, I'm kind of baiting him. I'm hoping he's just going to go straight for the Psychic, which he does. And if that does not take me out, then my return will easily take him down, which is exactly what's going to happen. And down goes Zam. Now, Miyagi's going to go out to Volcano. Volcano, you know, can revenge kill this thing. I figured, why not? Bill's done a lot of work for me. Just let him fodder himself off, and Bill is gone. No more. And this way I could bring in Sayoko, which is the wife of the family who got murdered, and all that stuff. And he goes straight for the Thunder Punch, which I'm curious now if he's packing the HP Ice. I know he's got Fire Blast. And now I'm just going to go straight for the Body Slam once again. I can see Thunder Punch looks like the best thing Typhlosion has to hit me with. So that's pretty nice. I feel like I could play really ballsy here, and I think I'd try to make a really cool looking play. Almost did. I almost went to Meganium. But I go to my wonderful, wonderful Jessica, and then I switch back to Stamen. I switch back to Ashley because, again, Leech Seed or something is coming my way, which he does. And I have a free opportunity to set up Swords Dance here, should I so choose. And I believe I start doing that. He Leech Seed, predicting a switch on my part, but I decided just to stay in and set up Swords Dance again. I'm trying to remember in hindsight that I feel that if Typhlosion came back in, I could kill it with an Earthquake from this range. And since it's lacking the Reflect, I feel like I can set up Swords Dances to my heart's content. And yeah, I see where I messed up here. Oh, okay, never mind. Gonna set up another Swords Dance. He's gonna bring his boat back out because his boat is the best thing to fight Meganium. But as Storm and other Meganium players know, and Z's, Meganium can take Ice Beams all day long. It is very special oriented, and Earthquake almost takes this Lapras out. And Ice Beam doesn't even do half after leftovers, but he gets the freeze. So down goes Lapras, and Ashley is in here. She's all frozen and stuff, and that kind of sucks because I really like Ashley. She's definitely, you know, the main case breaker. On Trace Memory, Code to Another Memories. It has another name too. Code to Memories, something else. I don't remember. But I'm going to switch out here into Robert, because Robert can take anything from Stamen, including Leech Seed, and he just goes straight for the light screen. I kind of want to Heal Bell and reset up, because I feel like, for the most part, my Meganium can sweep the rest of his team. I can set up on his Meganium and beat his Typhlosion one-on-one. So I decided to Heal Bell my team and make Meganium all nice and healthy again, allowing me to switch it back in, and he makes a great double switch into Volcano. Now, I'm looking at this damage, I'm looking at this setup right here, and I'm wondering at how much an Earthquake would have done on this Typhlosion without setting up a Swords Dance. And believe me, I could have gone straight to Jessica. I guess I just tried to get cute. I felt like I was in the lead. And Fire Blast, easily going to be the KO Ashley. I don't know why I didn't go straight for the Earthquake as opposed to trying to set up Swords Dance. I figured if I could set it up, the game would be over. But that is perfectly cool. I'll go straight to Jessica. And Jessica is going to finish the work that both Ursaring and Ashley started, or Bill and Ashley. Just going to go for the Octazooka. It doesn't do all that much, but of course, I'm not going to really take anything from Typhlosion. I don't fear any move from it, including Solar Beam or otherwise, because I have that part Dragon. And he's going to make another switch into Stamen, and I'm going to go for the Octazooka again. Just continue to reduce the accuracy if possible. And I decide here to Toxic this thing because it is still going to be an absolute pain to wear it down, especially if it is carrying the Synthesis. And now that my Ashley's dead, I have nothing to wall the Leech Seed, which kind of sucks because I don't really want anything to get seeded per se. But my idea is to come in on a turn that he's going to like set up his Synthesis. If I can get Haunter and get behind a sub, this game is mine because I can fire off HP Ice all day. And even if he wants to waste Synthesis' power points, that's perfectly cool by me. Because in wasting the power points of Synthesis, he will have to take toxic damage every single turn. Now he predicts my wonderful Ice Beam quite so well, and goes straight back to Typhlosion, who's paralyzed. I figure I'd throw a Dynamic Punch on it. And you can see once again, Sayoko taking the Thunder Punch really well, bar crit. And now Dragonite is going to finish up some work because Sayoko is the main maker of Trace. She gave her life to Trace. And this is, of course, where we are right now as we continue into this battle. Now, I'm going to recover with some leftovers. I feel very, very comfortable right now. Again, I'm trying to bait switch. I'm trying to ploy him. And I do not this turn. He goes straight for the Leech Seed again. And again, I've got to get Haunter on a turn that he's going to Synthesis or Light Screen to get behind it and just fire off HP Ice. But I decided to go straight for the HP Ice here, but he has Protect as well, which does kind of suck. He does have to take the poison damage there. But he's not going to be setting up a Light Screen quite yet, so I am able to very easily continue to go for HP Ice, which I'm going to because I like HP Ice. It's awesome. It's great. Just continue to go for HP Ice. And when he gets the Light Screen down, I'll make a double switch. But for some reason I didn't go straight to HP Ice. I guess I figured he would Light Screen. I don't know. I guess I want to go to Robert because I feel Robert can just hit it hard every single turn. I wish for some reason that Granbull got Double Edge in this gen. It would be so wonderful. But again, the damage between both. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm trying to knock Meganium to a level that I know it's going to Synthesis, and I'm going to keep doing that, and on a turn that it does Synthesis or Protect, I'm going to get my Haunter in, and then I'm going to just end the game. That is pretty much my general plan. I get a lot of damage on this thing. I can see from this range that he is going to want to go for a Synthesis, and he's going to have to take continual toxic damage. Unfortunately, it's normal poison because he swapped out earlier. But that Leech Seed is getting him back up to the green, and here I make an awesome play. I predict him to go for Protect, and I go to D, and you see that he goes for the Protect here. And I got my Haunter in. So now that I can get behind a substitute, I no longer have to worry about Leech Seed. All I have to worry about is the light screen, which is going to fade after a while. But again, while he's going for the screens and bolstering his defensive prowess, he's going to be taking that poison damage. And that is just wonderful. I figure once Meganium goes down, the game is mine. And he decides just to run and not try to fight the good fight. So that was a great game, Milwaukee. That was my first Borderline game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, rate, comment, thumbs up. Peace out. Objection! And find the computer room.